Hey there, I'm Ari from the Tech Buyers Guru, and I've got a brand new product to unbox for you here on the channel today. It's the long-awaited NH-U12A chromax black CPU cooler from Noctua. This has been on the roadmap for a really long time, and yes, it was delayed for a lot of different reasons. The main reason was that it's really hard to colorize these NF-A12x25 fans. These came out in 2017. Of course, these are what's used on the NH-U12A and the new black version. They couldn't just add the black coloring and leave it at that. They wanted to make sure the performance was on par with the original brown versions. And so the new black versions are going to be on par, and there are a couple other aesthetic upgrades, some little secrets that you may not know about that are different about this fan versus the original. I'll show that to you in the unboxing. So I think that's really cool. Noctua really got the details right on this cooler, and you do get socket 1700 in the box with this cooler. So if you're going to be one of those folks who are going to run out and buy 12th gen Intel Alder Lake on launch day, and you want something that will support you so you can get into your benchmarks, this cooler will get you running. Now, a lot of other Noctua coolers also support Alder Lake and the socket 1700, but you're going to need to get those brackets in the mail from Noctua. They'll give it to you for free if you have proof of purchase, but you won't be able to run with Alder Lake on day one. Now, other things I should mention are accessory packages. You do have the option of getting the HC7 or HC8 heatsink covers. These are each $20. The HC7 has a swappable chevron design in there with 6 different colors in the box. And then the HC8 comes in monochromatic white or black if you really want to dress up your cooler. These are actually compatible with the original NH-U12A, but let's be honest, with the brown fans on there and the chrome heatsink, these accessories won't look quite as good. So I really do think these are going to be best used on the new chromax black version of this cooler. Another accessory I will mention are the anti-vibration bumpers. These are SAVP1. These are not included in the box with the cooler, but you can get a 16 pack, which is what you need to equip all the corners of the 2 fans on here for $7. So without further ado, I'm going to open the box, show you this heatsink, the fans that come on it. I know a lot of folks are probably most interested in the fans, and I'll give you my closing thoughts. Here's what the cooler looks like straight out of the box. The fans are actually attached, and it makes a really good first impression, but you'll actually have to unclip those fans to mount it on your motherboard. Now, in terms of the comparison to the original heatsink, it's the same, but blacked out, and everything is blacked out. The mounting brackets, even the back plate for Intel. Note that it is upgraded to 1700, although that does require removable pins, not quite as convenient as the original. And these new blue spacers, luckily you won't see them when it's mounted. Now, I know a lot of you are most interested in these new fans, and they do look a little bit different than the originals, and it's not just because of the color. So the first thing you'll notice is that the hub is covered up. So that plastic cover extends all the way over, so you don't have that industrial look anymore that you might have liked about the original brown versions. And here's a small but important detail. The lock codes are now on the bottom of the fan rather than the top of the fan like the NF-A15. That really marred the look of the NH-D15 cooler. You won't have that with this new model. Noctua actually had to change its entire assembly line to get these printed on the bottom of the fans. And that's not the only aesthetic upgrade. As I mentioned, you do have some heatsink covers available for the U12A. Here I am clipping on the magnetic holder, and then I will lower the HC8 into place. It covers the fan clips and the heat pipes at the top for a pretty slick look. You can decide whether or not that's something you want in your system, but it does look pretty sweet with those white anti-vibration pads in place. And then here's the HC7 with the interchangeable color inserts for those chevron designs. I actually think this looks really good as well. All right, that wraps up this unboxing, but there's more to come from Noctua. Their roadmap suggests that the next big product is going to be the next gen 140mm fan to replace their NF-A14, and then following closely on that will be the next gen 140mm cooler to replace the venerable NH-D15, which has reigned supreme since 2014. That's actually kind of mind-blowing. It's been 7 years and no air cooler has topped the NH-D15. I'm sure Noctua will top it with their next gen design. Couple things I know for a fact. It's going to be offset. Noctua has indicated that to me, similar to their D15S model. And also, well, this is not guaranteed, but I'd put money on it. It's going to be black. You're going to see chromax black right from the start, and that includes those next gen fans. I highly doubt that Noctua is going to put the time and money into bringing out a beige model only to have to spend more time and money to bring out a chromax black version. I think it's learned its lesson. So much has changed in the PC market since 2017. And the brown and beige has seen better days, and people have moved on, with all the ARGB and the tempered glass. Aesthetics are important to people, and the brown and beige just doesn't match. Even if you don't mind that color, it doesn't match everything else in your system. And I think Noctua realizes that at this point. So you heard it here first. The The next gen 140mm fans and coolers are going to be chromax black right from the start, and you probably won't be able to get brown beige versions ever. If you have any questions or comments about that or anything else I've said in this video, please post them down below. If you enjoyed the video, please do give me a like and subscribe. And as always, I'm Ari from the Tech Buyers Guru, and I will catch you next time.